All right, welcome to the second episode of Minor Repair. I'm Beto. This is my brother David, and we're here to review another game. We're going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed 3. So we just got this one a couple days ago, and we've been playing it. My brother mainly has been playing it. He already finished the game. I have just kind of been looking and seeing some of the stuff and playing a little bit of the game, trying to get a feel about it. Because I'm not a very big Assassin's Creed fan. Haven't really been since the first one, since it let me down. But my brother here, he finished it, and we're going to talk about a little bit about what I saw and what he saw and the gameplay and all that stuff. So we're going to look at the good, the bad, and the ugly about it. So, little brother, pretty much, what'd you think about it?
Let's see, I played that game for pretty much, when you first gave it to me, man, like when we first got it, I straightly got into it, and it was pretty fun. The first part, oh god, it takes forever for the game to actually start, you know, to the point where you can actually be Connor and, you know, go around and free run and do whatever you want in the town. It takes a while. You go through some weird shit with his dad, and then you go through him as a kid, and then that takes like another fucking 4 hours to actually complete. So then there you go. You finish 6 acts, and you still haven't even played the real main game.
I saw that too. Like I was there watching him play a little bit, and like I left for a second because I had to go, and then I came back, and he was still playing as the dad, and I was like, what the heck? Like it's taking forever, like just to even get to Connor, and they're like trying to drag out this story and everything is just insane. Like a lot of stuff, and I was just like, man, like this is why would you make it so long? And then remember when you were playing it and we were watching the boat scene when like they were talking, and then like the dad, there's this weird scene, there's a glitch where the dad talks to one of the captain's mates, and you can see the subtitles and everything, and they're talking, you can hear them talking, nobody's moving their mouth, they're just like, that's it, that's all they're doing. Yeah. It just makes no sense, and I don't understand that. Like, I understand that they have a different engine on this. It's a new engine, which to me it actually looks like the same engine that's been being used like since number 1. It doesn't even look new. It looks the same thing, and it's just like you're telling me you haven't fixed these glitches by now? Like there was another glitch where remember we were running down the street. I was playing at this point. We were running down the street, and a carriage just appeared out of nowhere, just dropped in the middle of me running, and it started flipping. Over. Yeah, it was flipping over and like went inside the world. Just dropped off the face of the earth.
This Assassin's Creed, I have never faced as many bugs in any of the Assassin's Creed game as much as this one. I've had a lot of bugs while I was playing this. There was at one point where I was in the snow helping one of the homestead people, and all of a sudden the screen just went blue, and it was screeching with some weird noise, but basically I couldn't play for a good while because of that blue screen. Like I quit, I loaded back in, and the blue screen was still there, and I couldn't, it was like literally in the middle of the mission. Like I was literally fighting someone, and right when I killed someone, it just went blue, and I couldn't see anything. There was loud noises, and I don't know if I died or not because I couldn't hear anything. It was so stupid. And this Assassin's Creed has like a lot of
good potential.
It does. This Assassin's Creed has probably the best graphics in the entire Assassin's Creed genre right now. I mean, it's not like the best in the game industry, I will admit, but it's freaking amazing actually how much they worked on it. You know, they did a lot of the good. Like you could see people moving, and they move pretty well. Like you. I
remember you were saying like, oh, there's cats and dogs now.
Yeah, there's cats and dogs, and you get to pet them and throw little fucking food seeds and shit everywhere. And
like to me, I never really liked Assassin's Creed because, like I said, the first one let me down. I bought the special edition when it first came out, and I was just like, this is so repetitive and so dumb. I didn't like it. And then I played like number 2, and then I played not the Brotherhood one, was the Revelations, because I skipped over Brotherhood or whatever. And it's just been letting me down. Like, I honestly just kind of don't like it. That's just me. It's probably not my style, probably not what I like to do. But I really wanted this one to actually be good because it had the whole revolution thing going on, and it was in America, which is another good thing. And you're an Indian guy with a hatchet going from tree to tree, which, I played a little bit of it and I was like trying to go from tree to tree. There's certain trees that just lead you to nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, it's retarded. True. Like, you can go up this tree and you're like, oh, I'm going to just monkey around and go to the next branch. And you're just like, well, I can't go anywhere because there's no other branch.
Yeah.
Or it just leads you to nowhere.
Or sometimes you get on top of a tree and then literally 2 trees over, you have to go down.
Yeah.
Because there's basically an exit.
Yeah. It's like the Winchester house. Like, there's 13 different stairs, but it's like 12 of them don't lead to anywhere. Yeah. It's just how it is, unfortunately, And so, but in terms of the story, what'd you think about the story?
No, we're not going to the story yet.
We're not going to the story yet?
No.
We're going.
This thing has a lot of gameplay stuff to talk about. Okay. There's a lot. Okay.
So what do you?
The whole thing is there's a lot of bugs. The new system they have for actually climbing is pretty amazing. Actually, they did a really good job with that. The only problem is that you'll still have the common Assassin's Creed. Stiffness every once in a while, or the whole jumping everywhere. Now there's only one button that lets you actually run and climb at the same time.
It used to be you hold R1 and hit X all the time.
And hold X, yeah. It was pretty much how you would go around jumping places. Because if you hold the R1, you'd just be running and you wouldn't have to jump. The problem with this system now that there's only one button is the fact that if you don't want to jump to places, he's gonna jump no matter what. Okay? And it's pretty annoying when you're running away from people and you just want to keep running straight, but then there's a barrel literally 1 foot away from you, he's going to jump towards that barrel. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Or sometimes when you're, these things called, these little getaway, doors and these, windows that they have, it's really redundant sometimes because they're at some places where by the time you get there and you're being chased by the enemy, you're probably going to get shot down before you can get to the fucking window. Or the doors are literally so small that trying to actually maneuver yourself to run in there is freaking ridiculously hard. It's a challenge in and of itself. Because if you're off by a little bit, you're going to run up the wall right next to it.
Well, I didn't even really see a difference in terms of gameplay from, Brotherhood to this new one. I felt like it was still stiff. It still had the same things to it.
Yeah.
They were saying, oh, it's a new engine, it's a new engine, it's a new this. It was the same thing, honestly. It was the exact same thing. They probably changed 1 or 2 buttons, and they said, "Hey, look, it's new. Go with that."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, like I said, I wanted this for myself to actually be cool. I did hear about the DLC that's coming out for the George Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I actually can't wait to see that because I actually think it's pretty sick.
But yeah. Although they did do a really good job on it. They have a lot of flaws in it, but it's things that they should have fixed when they were doing the actual when they were first developing and stuff like that. It's things they should have looked at, those bugs that I kept facing everywhere, where it's some people would some of them. I was going with an ally and I pushed him off a ledge, and when I pushed him, he fell all the way to the ground, and he got back up and jumped all the way back up to the roof where I dropped him from in one leap, literally. It was funny as hell, and yeah. But another thing was also the battle modes that they had, where it's still the same thing where you can actually just wait for the opponents to just come in at you, circle, box, kill. That's it.
The naval battles were sick though.
That too.
The naval battles are pretty sick.
Yeah.
I will admit, I was watching 1 or 2 of them. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I also saw a ship when I was in a naval battle. I saw a ship hit the reef. Oh, hit rocks, and it flipped over. It was standing there. It was hitting the rocks and then flipping over, doing 360s.
Sick.
It was awesome.
It went to the Twilight Zone.
It was a glitch. So yeah, it sucked. I also saw them get hit by rogue waves, which I don't think you've seen to that part. Have you?
I haven't seen that.
No, yeah. You get to fight in storms, and in those storms, they have these rogue waves that come in and hit you. And I broke this ship's sails, and it got hit by a rogue wave, and that rogue wave just fucking took it halfway across the map, and it killed it. It was awesome.
Oh, gameplay. To me, it wasn't anything new. It was still Assassin's Creed. It was still stiff. It was still the same thing that I've been playing for the past 2, 3, 4 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's time to change it.
Yeah,
Metal Gear Solid has changed so many different ways. It's not even funny. There's other games. Uncharted is way different than what it was. Friggin' Elder Scrolls as well. Fallout. All these games have been way different. Even Borderlands, which we reviewed last time, number 2 had better mechanics than the first one. I mean, Assassin's Creed to me felt like it was the same thing, just wrapped up prettier. That's all it was.
The hatchet, you know, like he would use the daggers like as if they were hatchets, and like the finishing move that he does with a hatchet is usually he grabs the hatchet and he lodges it into someone's neck and then pulls him back, you know, pulls him forward or behind him and stuff like that. Well, he'd do that with a dagger, only the dagger wouldn't actually hit them. Instead, it seemed like it had a jutted out part like the hatchet would, you know? So in other words, it was just
like a dirt hatchet.
Yeah. So basically, it's just the blade hitting this part right here, like this. It was right here, not the actual skin, just right here, and then him being pulled away. It was really stupid, and I don't know why they would even put a dagger there if they're just gonna keep the same mechanic as a hatchet.
It was probably because they like ran out of time or something like that. But I mean, to me, it's also uncalled for because there's other plenty of games that like I said, where you know they'll go ahead and they'll go the extra mile and even do different types of kills like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, to me that's kind of like that's not cool. That's not right. Like, you know, you're just pretty much giving us the same thing and you're just messing with us. You're like, hey, look, here's something pretty, and you know, just use it. That's it. You know, use it the same way that a hatchet would. So I just don't like that. I just, like I said, I mean, Assassin's Creed does let me down and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll give it some points. It is a really good game, you know, in terms of what it's for, which is like the running and gunning and free shooting and the naval battles and all that stuff. It has all that pretty elements. You know, am I a fan of it? No, I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed because it has let me down. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You know, I don't have a lot of patience for what this kind of offers, unfortunately. Like I said, I really wanted this one to be great because it has the American Revolution stuff and all that and all the American things. And, you know, who doesn't want to go out in the wilderness and kill stuff? But, I mean, it's still the same thing. It's like I'm pretty much back in Venice or Paris or wherever the hell we were in the beginning. It's the same thing. Except now it's in the American Revolution.
Except now they added a little bit of Red Dead Redemption into it. That's pretty much all they did.
Pretty much.
And although even then, the horse mechanics, even that was really stupid. I will admit, the horse mechanics look like shit. I've seen better horse mechanics in Gun than I have in this game. Literally.
Do you remember Gun?
That's a good question.
Oh, man.
That's a good game, though. The fighting system's pretty cool, though, still. Even though it's got those little minor flaws in it, it's still pretty cool. I like how Connor fights. It's so much better than Ezio.
He's pretty violent.
Yeah,
he's pretty cool.
Than Altair.
And he does like a whole bunch of other like stuff like flying knees and stuff like that. Which is pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, like I said, again, in that sort of perspective, the kills, when you get to see the really cool kills, they're pretty fun to watch. Actually.
Yeah, dude. Like, that dude is fucking gruesome as shit. He stabs a dude like 27 times and then finally finish him off. It's awesome. And, he does like certain double kills with like his pistols and stuff like that. Like, I remember I was playing and he literally went up to somebody and then there was a guy right behind him and he just went up there and stabbed the guy, like just stabbed him in the gut, then in the back, and then kept stabbing him and then pulled out his gun and shot the guy behind him and kept going and stabbing the guy right there. It's pretty cool. And then he took, I remember he pulled a gun on somebody's face and then just put it around his mouth and moved them towards the next guy and then shot both of them. It was pretty cool. And you have things like the twin holsters, and that's pretty stupid because even though you have them, you sometimes only have one gun all the time on you. It's kind of stupid to have it. It's weird. You have to go to a store and get the gun, equip the guns from the store menu, and yeah. But anyways, that's pretty much about it for gameplay. Sorry, there's a lot of things to talk about for gameplay. Like,
too much.
There's a lot.
All right, let's talk about the story here. So, I mean, like I said, the story pretty much American Revolution, Native American guy.
Yeah.
There's a assassin who's your father, and he's a Templar or whatever. He's a Templar.
Don't ruin.
He's something. You know what? He's a Templar. Okay,
never mind. Okay, so
he's a Templar.
So basically,
so you're now a Native American guy.
How about you?
And then next thing you know, you're another Native American.
You don't even know what the story is.
I don't know.
Let me
I don't know what the
explain.
story is.
Okay, I'm sorry. So basically, it starts off as the dad, who turns out to be a Templar in the beginning. Okay, well you'll find this out literally like in the beginning. Okay, I say literally a lot. I'm sorry, but yeah.
After like 10 minutes or 15 minutes of playing, pretty much.
No. You learn that like after 4 hours of playing. Okay, that's like literally that's basically at the end of that sequence when you start playing as Connor as a kid.
That's literally.
God, stop it. Okay, but yeah, And now you're basically playing Connor, and all you have to. What happens is that you're trying to save your village from being taken over by the incoming white men that come in and trying to take your village. So you travel to go train as an assassin because you got contacted by people, and your dad had sex with some Indian woman and we showed him a cave, and then they did it in that cave, and then you were born in that cave, and then you were in the village.
Don't tell him everything. Don't tell him all that.
I'm sorry.
Nasty ass shit.
They're gonna know. I mean, shit. Like that dude was disappointed he found nothing at the end of the cave, but then he found another cave, and then stuck it in that cave.
Cochina.
But basically that's kind of what happened, and now he's just trying to save his village, and he does anything he wants to save that village. So he kills the English soldiers and the American soldiers too. But most of the time it's usually English soldiers because he believes in the revolution. So he goes around and does a lot of the things for Washington and realizes that the American soldiers are just as bad as the English soldiers, so he just gives up on them and stuff like that, So he.
Now you're just telling me the whole thing. You need to stop.
What? I'm not.
That's a lot.
Come on. How do you
That's already enough.
How do you not? Come on.
That's enough. That's enough.
Look, you can already tell what the story is because of our own American history.
Now you're just giving plots away. Come on.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. Anyways,
But yeah.
In terms of the game, like I said, what ratings do we give this game? I give it a 7. Honestly, that's what I'm just gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 7, and like I said, the reasons why, just because it's just another Assassin's Creed game just wrapped up in American Revolution. That's the only reason why I give it a 7.
Yep.
You?
With a couple of little neat tricks there, but anyways, yeah, I give it an 8.5 at least. It's not worth a 9 to be honest. But it's not too bad or too good, Yeah,
I saw a lot of places give it like a 9, and I'm just like, I don't think that was justified, honestly.
Yeah.
Because that's why I'm giving it a 7, because I just think it's the same thing. All it is just in the wilderness. You might as well just slap on Red Dead Redemption on it and call it a day.
Yeah.
With some high jumps.
Yep. Some high jumps. Yep. That's about it.
Yep.
The multiplayer was okay too. Nothing fancy. Nothing's changed really. It's okay. I haven't really given it the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, if you'd like to subscribe to us, you can hit on the little link on top below. Give us a like at least. We would really appreciate some likes in this. Some comments would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? That would be some of the cool things you guys can do, just trying to get the word out and stuff.
On top, below?
On top, man. It's going to be on top or below or somewhere in this thing here.
This general area. Right
this general area somewhere. It's going to be somewhere.
Okay, right? But yeah, so anyways, share,
Share, like, and subscribe.
Yeah, come on, we're trying to start.
Put it up on Facebook. Put it up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Blogger, if you still use Blogger.
What the hell's that?
It's past this stuff. Anyways, okay. I'm Beto. This is David. And see you next time. Next review is actually probably going to be about film. It's going to be The Man with the Iron Fist. Went to go see it a couple days ago, so we will have a video for that later. Alright? You guys have a good one.